deal with airplane peanuts?
Can we just start over?
It's my weekend with the kids, and I couldn't be more excited and sober. Ken Burns' Civil War, if you haven't seen it, it's 900 hours long. No one on earth has ever finished it. It's kryptonite to women. If you put that on, they will fall asleep immediately. You know, that's a little, they're yapping a little. You go, how about some Ken Burns? That's a little Cosby tip for you, actually.
For the second time in 13 months, Shane Gillis returned to host Saturday Night Live last weekend in their first episode since the massive SNL 50 campaign. And despite what the stand-up comedy experts at NPR, Vanity Fair, and Paste Magazine had to say about his monologue, this is the truth about Shane Gillis's second SNL appearance and what it means moving forward.
Next one takes it.
All right, I got it. A Hartford County man has been hospitalized after taking on a bizarre challenge of eating raw chicken every day. That's y'all.
That's you guys.
What are you talking about? Raw food? That's y'all all day.
Yeah, but it's chicken. So, come on, you guys are the chicken people.
Yes, but no.
Heading into appearance number 2, there was a mixture of excitement and resentment coming from the Shane Gillis fan base. It's no secret Shane was done dirty by SNL 6 years ago, but a lot of dogs sometimes can end up acting like a girl's annoying friend who hears one negative story about their boyfriend and then holds it against the guy forever, even after she says it's cool. But it's also true that Shane Gillis has gotten so big at this point, there's hardly anything for him to gain from hosting SNL, as he's already selling out the largest building in every city across the country, so going back to host again is really just for his love of the game.
Shane, I feel like, is the biggest guy in the world right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know who I would compare him to.
He's like the big, he's like
Dane Cook.
Yeah, at the time, when Dane was Dane.
Shane and Dane.
Shane and Dane.
Even though Shane put on a clinic when it came to the sketches, whenever a comedian hosts SNL, their episode is always judged on the monologue. Similar to the first time, Shane did seem to be a bit nervous at the very beginning, and for some reason they didn't hand him the mic for way longer than usual. But by the second half of the set, he was in the zone, completely locked in. There's basically no point in looking at any of the articles published online, because you can just literally Google whatever outcome you want to read about and find an article to support it. But here at Joke World, we do have some slight inside scoop on this one, as I actually happened to see Shane Gillis perform this exact SNL monologue at the Comedy Mothership in Austin, Texas, just 9 days before the actual show. After watching the practice set, it was easy to spot the differences between the two performances on Saturday night and the reasons why. At the Mothership, Shane Gillis was a surprise drop-in and came out to an explosive standing ovation before even saying a word. And after lowering the audience's expectations with a quick self-deprecating joke, he went right into 8 minutes of really strong material that nobody even realized was for Saturday Night Live until he ended it by saying, "Tate McRae's here," and then said, "That was my SNL monologue, but here's what I really want to say," and proceeded to tell one of the funniest jokes of the night that would never be allowed on NBC. The environment in that room, compared to performing for the SNL crowd in front of millions of people on live TV, most of whom would never seek out Shane's style of comedy in real life, by the way, is not exactly the best environment for stand-up. The practice set at the Mothership felt a lot slower and confident, but also the crowd was stoked and not scared to laugh. As someone who has seen him do this material twice now, watching it on SNL almost felt like he was laughing out loud at how awkward the entire situation was that he has to make these jokes work on TV after murdering with them in massive basketball arenas for the last few months.
Look, I get it. You guys are pretty liberal here. I understand being liberal, dude. It feels good. It's powerful. It's too powerful, dude. It's like the Sith. You can like lose yourself, dude. Somebody says something you don't like at work, you're like, all right, now I'm gonna lose you even more.
Overall, there were 7 total sketches after the opening monologue. We went over each one in detail on the Patreon, but the consensus top 3 seemed to be a couple of beers, the midday news, and either wedding coupons or doctor's office, but the voice one was up there too. If you can't tell, most of them were pretty damn good. Across the board, every sketch was built around a rock-solid premise that was easy to identify as the funny idea. Dad's house, winery tour, wedding interruption. But something that SNL has become known for in the past is the overall premise of their sketches usually being being stronger than their endings, which makes sense given the very small amount of time they have to pull these shows off. This isn't the case with every single sketch, but a concept like the Girlfriend Winery that started off really funny and relatable went off the rails towards the end because there was just not enough time to get things completely ironed out like they would have been able to on Gillian Keeves. And with half a dozen more sketches to write and memorize every single week, it makes sense why they all might not come completely full circle.
It's such a pressure cooker, and every week they go, okay, you just finished a show. Shane Gillis, what do you got? And you're like, what do I got? I just got off the 50th. But at least you had a week off. But what about when they're back to back to back? And new host, Ariana Grande, what do you got? You're like, I mean, starting from scratch? I don't know. Like,
and it's so much pressure, like, oh, like, Shane's a comedian. Like, I don't want him to think I'm not funny. Or, like, then it's Lady Gaga next week. And it's like, I don't want Lady Gaga to think I'm a loser.
Overall, every single sketch felt more in the voice of Shane Gillis and John McKeever than Shane's first appearance for sure, to the point where any of these premises could have easily been used on Gillian Keeves. There was also no Trump sketches this time around, which may have actually been a good thing for Shane to get to prove he's not a one-trick pony. But at the same time, it was kind of weird to see a different Trump impression during the cold opening, knowing that they had Shane Gillis back there just chilling. But at the end of the day, maybe Shane just didn't want to shave his mustache.
I mean, you're about to shave your mustache off.
I'm gonna look like a lesbian in a week.
As soon as your mustache is gone, I'll feel comfortable.
I gotta shave SNL.
They can't let you have a stash?
No.
Screw up the
probably
Trump
not.
stuff, I would think.
The pre-recorded bits have an advantage over the live one when it comes to the amount of editing they can add to make the sketch funnier, although sometimes it is fun to see them break character and laugh or stutter. I also can't sit here and act like I watch SNL every single week, so it wouldn't be fair to say that this episode was so much better than the normal ones, but I still assume that is the case just based on the occasional clips I watch on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, there doesn't seem to be any sketches that got cut for time, unlike the first appearance when they didn't air arguably the best one. This time around, it all felt a lot more normalized in every single way, with far less coverage and pressure applied in the days leading up to Saturday night. The last matter of business, there's still no official release date on the next season of Tires at the time of this recording, although you'd think it'd be any day now while Shane's name is still hot in the press.
All right, so there's a Shane Gillis problem. I love him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's a great guy. We wrote a role for you in Tires, which is great. I fucking would love to do that show. Then he goes, if you're interested, please be interested. And I go, yeah, I'll do it. Then he goes, yes. Then I go, I always say this, no accent, please. He goes, dude, I swear it's all accent. No English at all. Right? Then I go, ha, 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 right? Then he goes,
that's one of the lines.
Yeah. Guest spots from last week. The Joe Rogan Experience sat down with Billy Corgan, Bill Murray, and Elon Musk. The AYG boys stopped by Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, and were the guests on We Might Be Drunk. Chris Stefano joined Bert on Two Bears, One Cave. Amy Ryan visited Savi's World. Big J Okerson and Bill Maher, aka Kyle Dunnigan, were the guests on Killed Tony. Big J also stopped by Whiskey Ginger. Casey Rocket was the guest on Are You Garbage. Brian Holtzman was on You Know What Dude. Bonnie Blue was whoring it up on Bad Friends, and also did stuff with Howie Mandel. Wesley Schultz and Tyson Berry were on Being Ian with Jordan. Andrew Callahan sat on the couch with Soder. Joe Gatto was featured on Tiger Belly. The Tim Bartley Show was just White Boy Magic. Maddie Smith, James Mattern, and Scott Chaplin all stopped by the Lewis and Zach Show. Story Wars was a battle between Bobby Lee, Adam Ray, and Greg Fitzsimmons. And Cam Patterson made an appearance on Jim Norton Can't Save You.
It's a tactile thing.
It's just like, because it's not really just rocks, it's anything that just feel just good, and I just do that all day.
What's a feeling you don't like? Because there's certain things I don't like. The idea of a napkin on my tongue, I can't stand, or cotton in the mouth. Is there a tactile feeling you hate?
I don't like smooth surfaces. Smooth surfaces ain't really the best feeling to me.
Do they feel uncomfortable? Do they give you the creeps?
No, I wouldn't, because I think it's something that feels like something like just soothing and stuff like that. Like anything smooth, it just wouldn't be soothing to me.
Okay, it almost feels like, so the rocks are not smooth. For some reason, I'm thinking of like smooth rocks.
These are like coarse, like street rocks. Not like crack, but like street rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like just in it.
Big Bert Kreischer visited this past weekend with Theo Vaughn. Sam Talent was on the Boys Cast. Lisa Gilroy took a ride on the Harland Highway. A Houston rapper was on the Fat Fish podcast. Tim Butterly was the guest on Do-Rag and Deer Tag. Paul Verzi stopped by the church. Kevin Nealon was on Fitzdog Radio. Drew Nickens went on First Date. Harland Williams broke bread with Tom Papa. Brett Ernst sang The Way Back. Sag Daddy DePod, The Tim Dillon Show, Rough Week, and OnlyFians all did not have guests. And we interviewed Tom Segura right here on Joke World. As far as brand new stand-up comedy specials that are either out right now or coming out soon, the big one this week is Andrew Schultz's Life, which came out on Netflix to some great initial reviews. Also out on Netflix is Rosebud Baker, The Motherlode. Chris Stefano, It's Just Unfortunate is out on Hulu. Giulio Gallerati, On the Map is out on his YouTube channel. And Kelsey Cook, Mark Your Territory was re-released on the 800-Pound Gorilla channel. We also had Josh Johnson's Weekly Tuesday upload, which was all about astronauts stuck in space. There's also a handful of specials that are in the works right now that will be coming out soon, starting off with Liza Schlesinger, A Different Animal on Prime Video March 11th. On March 14th, Bill Burr Drop Dead Years will debut on Hulu, and on April 1st, Nimesh Patel has a new stand-up special coming out on Netflix. But other than that, we just uploaded the best of the month video for February, so check that out right now if you're not too busy after this. And also let me know in the comments what you honestly thought of Shane Gillis' second time hosting SNL. Partially because your comments will help this video perform in the algorithm, but more importantly because I'm actually curious to see what you guys thought. Also, it's about that time for everyone who has not yet pressed subscribe to get your head out of your ass, because just in a few weeks' time, the 4th annual Joke World March Madness tournament is going down right here on this channel.
It's not all about the ratings. That's not how you win a Joke World bracelet.
The reason you want ratings is so
bracket.
What? Who'd we beat out?
Last round was Chrissy Chaos.
Oh my god.
Hey, suck it, Christy.
This competition has been getting better and more legit every single year. We're gonna have more information on all of this very soon, but seriously, if you don't want to miss it, just press subscribe. It's not a big deal. We're also gonna be utilizing the community section a lot for this upcoming March Madness tournament, so it's just easy. Just press it, and that's it.
Check it out.